We were made out of lightning, suffering pain we should see by now. And we were burned down like Catholic on a winter road, never so cold. And I abandoned my family in a fit of rage, in a fit of wine for you. There's nothing else to do when you're confused, when you're confused. In your cat like I am scared. Your bald tongue, your right hand, your last piece. And I never really knew who to see. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. And now I keep it inside of me, hoping you one day let me go. It's the end.
Well, how do you fare, my loyal 9 patriots? What the fuck is going on? Well, interesting times we're living in right now. So Trump is turning himself in, I think, in about 25 minutes or so. I don't think they're going to televise that motherfucker, to be honest with you. I don't know if they're going to want to put that one on. I hope they do, because all that's going to do is just boost his signal and boost his support even more. That's what's just mind-boggling to me about a lot of these fucking lefties. They just don't get it. They don't understand that the more they do, the more it boosts his support. It's almost like they're doing it on purpose, but I know they're not. I know they're not doing it on purpose, because if you look at the sheer amount of fucking lefties out here that are just foaming at the mouth about, oh my gosh, this is just the best thing ever. We finally got him. We got the evil Trump. Really? No one's above the law, right? Okay. Except when it applies to you. Then you're above the law. Hunter Biden, Joe Biden, oh, I don't know, the Gestapo chief, Fascist Fanny, Herr Bragg, Jackboot Jack. I mean, all these people. Like, it's crazy to me. It's so crazy. Anyways, hope you guys are doing well. We already got a $5 donation there from Ranger. It says, you got to be shitting me. Good news for a shit day. Hey, thanks, man. Appreciate that. We got Murder Lizard over on the YouTubes. What's going on, Murder? Hope you're doing well there, buddy. And Oddly Creative Tiff. What the hell? Holy shit. We got a lot of the original crew here. This is good news. This is good news. If this is your first time listening to the stream, I am Loyal9. I am an expert on communism, and pattern recognition, and I can figure out generally what path we're going down, because you know what? Nothing new is under the sun, and communists always seem to do the same fucking thing. They do the same thing. They just kind of change the tune a little bit. So, yeah, I mean, this is what's crazy to me. All the answers that we want are in books. They're in books, and yet fucking our leaders refuse to read them. It's so crazy to me. I was talking to a guy the other day. He's a sleepy conservative. 100% he is a sleepy conservative. And I was talking to him, and I was like, you know, all these things that are happening right now with our government, whether it's reliance on China, for example, with electric vehicles, how we have all these other countries leaning into oil and gas, and we'll get into that too. That's with the BRICS narrative that we have coming up. But we have all these countries leaning into oil and gas because it fucking works. Then we have we have America leaning into electric vehicles. Well, who controls the market for electric vehicles? China. China controls it. It's incredible. I just don't. It tells you. And so I was sitting here talking to this sleepy conservative, and I'm like, look, everything that they're doing, they told us they were going to do. They told us out in the open. And it's that book, Unrestricted Warfare. And it's written by some Chinese generals. Red Dawn Radio and I kind of broke down a few chapters of it. That series didn't take off too well, unfortunately, because we did a pretty damn good job breaking it down. I think it just deserves a documentary, to be honest with you, and that's something I'll probably work on here in the next few months. Working on some other documentaries right now with Dauntless as well. We got a good one cooking right now. Oh my gosh, man. But anyway, so they tell us they're going to do all this, how they're going to subvert our culture, whether they do it through farmland, social media, through the scholastic institutions. They openly talk about infiltration of that. They talk about making us spend more money on the military-industrial complex while we have citizens starving in the fucking street, which was perpetrated by the very people that they elected, i.e. Kensington Avenue people, i.e. Fucking Chicago, New York City, San Francisco, Los Angeles, all these homeless people, school shootings, freaking drug overdoses, especially drug overdoses. Holy shit. This was all perpetrated by politicians. They are allowing this to happen because they have obtained way too much control. Whether it was, a mistake or incompetence, I don't believe. I believe it is true malice at this point, because you cannot keep making these mistakes and say you're going to do a patch, you're going to help, you're going to implement this new policy. I'm going to put this bill in, guys. We're going to put this bill on the floor. We're going to vote on it. You keep doing these things that make the problem worse. You cannot tell me that is on accident. So, all these people that are suffering in the streets and, whether they're homeless, have a hard time feeding their kids, living on credit, especially credit rating or credit card debt, I think just hit like 1.2 trillion in the United States. Credit card debt is over $1 trillion in the United States. It's never gone over $1 trillion at this point. That's never happened. So this is a first. And it's unbelievable to me that people, they cannot see the actual problem. It's lefties especially. Lefties, I just really would love to just talk to a lefty. I mean, I talk to them all the time, and, I have to tread lightly with some of them, but because, they help my business and shit like that. But anyways, I'd love to talk to a lefty and just have an actual conversation with a lefty and just say, look, here's my evidence. Please tell me I'm wrong and explain to me why I'm wrong. Present me with your evidence. But you can't do that. We used to be able to do that in the 90s, early 2000s. You can't do that now. They freak out. They instantly hit turbo bass mode and they fucking just go, they just turn the cyclotron on and they lose their fucking mind. And they just and scream and hit you with insults. And you know, right when you hit insult mode, that's it, man. The conversation is over. It's absolutely over. And you know, there's a few conversations I've had with some lefties where I've like actually have presented some evidence, and they just deny it. They just deny the evidence. It's fucking flat evidence. And it just really goes back to Yuri Bezmenov whenever he was saying, if you're not familiar with Yuri Bezmenov, he was the former KGB agent that talked about how the West was going to be destabilized by communism. And one of the things that he discussed in that video was how, hey, the communists are so good at subverting the mind that even when factual evidence is presented, they still refuse it. They still say it's not true. It takes a bullet hitting them for them to realize that it is true, but by that time, it's too late. And usually when I present information to lefties, it's generally, that's the point we hit, where they just refute and, you know, deflect, destroy, deny. That's the communist tactic. It's always the 3 Ds: deflect. They always deflect from the conversation, whether, you know, you could say something like, well, Joe Biden is money laundering, or Joe Biden is stealing money from the American taxpayer. Joe Biden is compromised by China and Russia. You just say something along those lines. They always say, what about Donald Trump? Donald Trump? They always say something that's them deflecting. Then they attack you. They destroy you. They attack your personality. They distract your look, or attack your looks. They attack your point. Call you names. They resort to childhood-like behavior, because that's generally the mind of a leftist. They haven't fully developed. There's something psychologically fucked in their head to the point where they can't have a rational conversation. And we're going to show you some videos tonight of that, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to show you some pretty good footage of leftists having just meltdowns, and we're going to enjoy a lot of it. Ranger07 says, Yuri Bezmenov should be hailed as one of the greatest heroes of Western civilization. Spread this meme if you agree. Boom. You are absolutely correct there, Ranger. And then the third tactic is deny. So whether you can present them clear-cut evidence that is undeniable, if it was put in a court of law, God himself could present himself in front of these people and say, hey, here is the information. This is fact. You will accept it. A leftist, a hardliner leftist, will deny it. You could say the sky is fucking blue, and they will deny it. It really just goes, and this is why I harp all the time for you guys. I know most of you listening to this right now, you guys are the hardcore fucks, because I don't really live stream that much, and you guys tuned right in whenever I posted this thing up. So you guys are the hardcore warriors out there. But you know, I always tout this, and it's, you got to read books, man. You got to read the classics. You know, things like 1984, Brave New World, Atlas Shrugged. You got to read these books, because it really highlights the situation that we're in. And I say this because I came from that exact point where, you know, growing up, I didn't read it all. I said, fuck this. I'm not reading. That's for faggots. I'm not doing that. That's gay. And then I hit about 21-ish, 22, I think, 22, 23 years old. I was like, man, I'm really behind the curve, and I got to start fucking reading. I started reading instantly. Things started changing in my life. I got smarter at things. I got faster, more productive, more disciplined. Got fitter, got healthier. All sorts of shit changed. And so that's why I always say, like, a really good foundation for people is to read. And I know you guys don't want to hear that, but you guys know how I roll. I don't give a fuck what you want to hear. I'm going to tell you what I think. I think that's why most of you tune into the show, because I don't always placate. Well, I don't ever placate. Fuck that. I don't do this for money. Fuck that, dude. I'm not, what do they call them? The patriots, where they just want to, you know, get you all amped up and stroke your fucking dick to try to get money. Fuck that, dude. I'm not about that. Not about that. I'm just here to fucking explain what I think, and then I pray to, you know, God that you guys spread my message, because I think I'm right. Obviously, I'm doing the fucking stream, but I think I'm right generally on most stuff. And if I'm not, you know, tell me I'm wrong, and explain to me why I'm wrong. Let's see here. Oddly Creative Tiff says, what about Donald Trump? Nobody does a better lefty than loyal. I cannot do a Donald Trump voice. Let me see. We're going to nuke the shit out of them, and we're going to press that button because mine works, and we're going to take those rice cookers and smoke the shit out of them. Oh, wait, they don't have fucking rice because they're starving. I don't know, that's probably pretty bad. Anyways, there's my impersonation there, Tiff, of Donald fucking Trump. Anyways, here. So, did you guys watch the debates last night? So, I watched Donald Trump on Tucker. And let me see. Let's check it out on the screen here. No, that's something else. That's something else too. I can't remember. I had the metrics pulled up, but the Donald Trump live stream with Tucker Carlson, well, it wasn't a live stream, it's pre-recorded, but that live stream had I think 250 million views. Rugeru, what debates? I was on the radio all night. Yeah, boy, that's what's up. I like that, Mr. Tizo. That's a good meme. Guys over on YouTube, they're just posting some memes in the chat, but Mr. Tizo posted a good one of the first Republican debate. I mean, it was an absolute disaster. So I listened to Trump talk, obviously, because Trump is, the man, and I want to hear what he has to say. And, he did not disappoint. There was a couple things that I'm like, come on, dude, say I know what you're thinking. Just fucking say it. But considering the legal situation he's in right now, I don't necessarily blame him. However, it would have been kind of nice. So, but I did watch some of the clips of the debate last night, and I was, kind of following it, because Breitbart can be asshole sometimes, like fucking Megatron asshole. But, lately they've been doing pretty good. And one thing they were doing last night is they were just kind of posting, because those debates are fucking awful to watch. I mean, whenever you watch those debates, you just want to fucking start a pistol at that point. It's crazy, dude. You can't hear anything, what they're saying. Everyone's trying to talk over each other. Everyone's trying to say, hey, my dick is fucking 2 inches. Oh, mine's 2.1. That's real huge, isn't it? And you just don't want to hear that. So Breitbart was doing a really good job breaking down, like as the debate was going down, breaking down little segments, that like important highlights of it. And so I read some of that as it was unfolding. What I can tell you from what I've watched and what I've read on the debates, it really sounds like some of the people out there, I think in particular Ramaswamy, the Indian guy, Vivek, whatever his name is, tech support dude, it sounds like he was potentially interviewing for a VP slot with Donald Trump. I know whenever they asked who would back Donald Trump if he was the nominee, fucking, tech support raised his hand immediately. I mean, that was like, boom, ready to go. So, I mean, there is a potential that some of the candidates up there were just trying to interview. But really, it's a big waste of time because it's Trump or nothing. Trump must win in 2024 or else I'm fucking done with the entire system. It's done. It's done at this point. Ranger 07, that's a good fucking meme there, dude. Shows a picture of Jesus. So for everyone over on YouTube, I'll describe this meme here. It shows a picture of Jesus, and it says, local carpenter continues to spread disinformation deemed harmful by religious experts. That is very, I think I could see the Jews back then probably saying that about Jesus. That's why he was going in there flipping fucking tables, man, and getting after those little shitheads, man. He was getting after it. So, no surprise there. We got Big D in the house. He says, good to see you again, brother. Hey, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing well. Let's see here. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, all right, cool. Yeah, so it looks like most people watch Tucker. I don't see anyone saying they watch the debates, and most people are shitting on the debates. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Glad we're all tracking. Holy fuck. It is crazy, though. It is absolutely crazy. So let's kind of get into some news here real quick before we kind of start diving into some shit. I'm going to post this video. However, I'm not going to play it because it's about 7 minutes long. It's Aldous Huxley. It's on, the power of technology for the brave new world. Highly suggest saving this video. Just open it in another tab, and then whenever we get done with the stream, just open it up and play it. It's very enlightening. I was at the gun range the other day, and I just had my fucking headphones in, and I was listening to that, and I was like, this is pretty interesting, actually. All right, so let's get into... I can't find that fucking... Where the hell is it? I don't know. So maybe it's on the Gateway Pundit. I had another article pull up about it, but Prigozhin, the Wagner Group guy, Prigozhin, he's the founder of Wagner Group, which is just basically the CIA, the more overt version of the Russian CIA. That's really what you need to know about Wagner Group. I know a lot of you guys have some sympathy for Russia. I get it. I understand what Russia's doing, but just so you guys do understand that the Russian government, I should say, will kill you. Just so you know. There's not this romantic love that they have for you. Just so you know. You know, in Syria, none of you probably even know this, but I know just because I got friends. But in Syria, I think it was 2018, Russian troops were shooting at Americans, like bombing them. They were bombing American troops and shooting at them. So, and that's just one example. I know there's more examples, but just so you know, they're not on our side. They might be doing some shit we like, but, you know, the Taliban does things I like. I'm not going to sit there and say, oh, well, you know, the Taliban's my friends now. You know, I kind of like the Taliban. Like, no. You got to look at the overall picture. Just trying to float that idea out there. Just so I know some of you guys are like fucking jerking off to Putin at this point. It's like, hey, easy. Save your load. All right? That load might be important. Rugru says, looks like Russia trying to get evidence of U.S. and labs. Yeah, they are doing that. Yeah, they're trying to get evidence on the biolabs. I don't see the headline here, but anyways, the Wagner Group Prigozhin guy, the founder of Wagner Group, he was they nicknamed him Putin's chef. Man, I thought I had an article of him up here. That's oh wait, here it is. Breitbart. Yeah, pictures. Biden, France suggests Prigozhin jet crash may not have been an accident. And there is definitely a potential. And the reason why I think the importance of this, guys, if you don't understand the geopolitical impact here, this is just more evidence and more ammunition to get the United States involved in the conflict in Ukraine and get more Americans fucking killed. Because, I mean, that's what these people, you know, The Wire says, I'm going to quote you here, buddy. He says, they are just like our government. They will kill us. Exactly. If you notice, every generation of American men, and I guess women too at this point, but mainly men, have been sent off to war to die. It's like every generation. It's literally like an algorithm at this point. I mean, it's such a fucking pattern. And right now, I think the newest generation in the military is being groomed. They're being groomed to go fight in Ukraine. I can tell you right now that a lot of military units are preparing for war in Ukraine, as they should be, by the way. You know, they if they're going to be sent off to be fucking killed, at least they need to at least be given a fighting chance. You know, it's not their fucking fault. You know, a lot of these guys in the military joined because they wanted to serve their country, and you know, there's not really a lot of ways to serve your country on a national level, and they want to do things for their country, and you know, they want to be men, they want to do fucking men things, and unfortunately, a lot of these guys have been duped. Excuse me. A lot of them have been duped, and it's a very sad thing to witness. But right now they are prepping for war in Ukraine. I mean, in general, all military tactics, all doctrine is based on a force-on-force with Russia. But they're tailoring a lot of things now to specifically fight the Russians, i.e. trench warfare, drone warfare specifically too. I mean, they've been kind of working on that for a while, but now it's just even more amplified. So they are prepping for that. And this dude here dying, Prigozhin, I think that's how you say his name. I always fuck it up. This is just more evidence now that they're trying to push American boys into war. And I really hope this doesn't happen. But I can tell you right now, there's a lot of things being set up to push Americans into war. And to actually get boots on the ground. I mean, there is American boots, or there are American boots on the ground in Ukraine. Special operations, specifically CIA, Special Activities Division. I don't think it's called SAD anymore. It's something else. Anyways, there's already these guys there. I mean, that you can watch the videos online. I mean, you can literally watch the videos online. I know there's some people that are like, I don't even believe there's a war happening in Ukraine. All right. I mean, some shit. I mean, you're probably the same kind of person that's like, I don't think planes went into the Twin Towers. Really? You think they faked that? I mean, come on. Anyways. I digress. Anyways. So there are boots on the ground. It's just my concern now is with this guy dying, buddy of Putin's, I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised. And if it comes out that, you know, a U.S. asset took it down, oh, bro. Not a good idea. Not a fucking good idea. Just letting you know. Ruguro said, 451 showed me the trails just before the jet fell. Well, what'd you find there, buddy? I'd like to know. That'd be interesting. But yeah, I mean, right now, I think there's some people maybe throwing some shit at this. I think this is just simple. I think there was a crash and someone fucking died. Prigozhin specifically. I don't think there's any faking this. I think Prigozhin actually died. I don't see the conspiracy. What could be gained from faking this dude's death? I mean, I guess maybe if they're all in on it, I don't know. It's a possibility, but I think the dude actually did fucking die. Anyways, so let's kind of get into, Ruguru says, looks like the rocket steering contrails just before jet lost altitude. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Anyways, let's get into the state of the country right now. Obviously, we all know the country's fucked at this point. Unless Trump gets in there in 2024 and then there is a mass fucking cleansing, we are on a path of pure fucking destruction. And, you know, there's some people out there that don't believe that. They're like, look, we won this little tiny court case in this fucking small podunk town that doesn't fucking matter. Get it? You got your fucking hopium? Rock on. If that's what helps you get to sleep at night, hey, glad to hear it, man. Glad to fucking hear it. We got to celebrate the wins, but in reality, unless something drastic happens in 2024 election-wise and it all swings our fucking way, we are fucked. It's just the way it is, man. It's just the way it is. Anyway, so let's check this out here. So, here's an angry Karen that gets her fucking... I'll let you watch it.
2022, a Hinsdale police officer was serving an arrest warrant for a domestic violence allegation. The suspect, 45-year-old Sean Malarkey, allegedly hit her ex-husband with a car.
Hey, step out of the car right now. Get out of the car. Ma'am, we'll talk about it.
So I'm not a police officer, by the way, but as a bystander watching this, and if you see a shitload of these videos, which I've seen, and somebody refuses to get out of the car or open the door, more than likely they're drunk. Just tossing that out there. But, you know, if you just notice the few things that popped up right when this video played, she's in $1 million home, and that's legit. I looked it up online. She's in over $1 million home. And she's driving a fucking Audi that's like $80,000. So, enjoy. We will continue.
Everything but get out of the car. Yep. 20 expedite. We're in the garage. She's closing. Yep. Step out.
Excuse me.
Step out.
No. Excuse me.
Step out.
Get your hands off of me.
Step out of the car right now. Yes.
No.
Step out of the car.
Get your hands off
Get
of
out of the car.
No.
You're under arrest.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
No, I am not.
Yes, you are.
Get your hands
Open this
off.
garage door.
Excuse me.
Let go.
No, you get your hands off of me. No.
Get out of the car now.
No.
Some of you guys are asking what's blurred in the back. Those are her kids. Just so you know, those are her kids. It's not his ID or anything like that. What's being blurred is the privacy of the kids.
I will tase you if you don't get out of the car.
You better take your hands off of me right now. Get your hands off of me.
Stop. I told you you're under arrest. Get out of the car.
Why?
Because you have a warrant. And you're wanted for
No.
domestic battery. Yes, you are.
Excuse me. I just sent a message and I am... Excuse me. Excuse me.
Get out of the car right now.
No.
I told you I can handle this peacefully, but you have to get out of the car.
No, you never said that. I sent you a message. My attorney...
Affirmative. I have one cuff on.
You... Excuse me. Did somebody say that you could come into our house? If you don't stop tugging
I'm
on
going to tase you if you don't get opener.
No.
Yes.
No.
You're obstructing right now. Do you
No,
understand
you're
that?
obstructing.
I'm not going to tell you again.
No, I'm not going to...
Oh, Rougarou, he's already caught it. He caught the short hair. Yeah. And Ranger, I see your comment. We'll talk about that here at some point.
tell you again.
Get out of the car right.
So they mute the audio because the kids are fucking screaming in the background because what's happening right now. She just fucking...
Okay?
Stop kicking.
You
All right, 20
don't understand.
One female, 1095.
You did this.
No, I didn't do anything. No, I didn't.
Andy asked you to come out.
Excuse me?
Andy asked you to get out of the car.
No, Andy yanked me.
I yanked you because I told you you're under arrest and you refused to exit your vehicle. Yes.
Are you going to step up and be cooperative?
No, my attorney is...
Are you going to stand up and be cooperative?
Are you going to...
The epitome of entitlement. It gets better. We'll skip ahead here because it's just fucking incredible. But the epitome of entitlement is just this white liberal fucking cunt who needs her ass beat with a fucking bladed belt to be shown some fucking discipline, dude. It is absolutely incredible what happens in this video. It's like 12 fucking minutes long. We're not going to play all of it because it's just unbelievable. But I want you to see, this is just a little sweet justice kind of video here, because I fucking hate white liberal women. I can't stand them. This chick is a millionaire through her husband, by the way, not through her. So she married up, which is so fucking typical, by the way. Sorry, women, but that's just what happens. When you control the sexual marketplace, you can kind of fucking marry up and marry your way into wealth. It's just what it is at this point. I think most guys have accepted it. And that's exactly what she did here. So let's continue.
Right now. You're going to put my kids alone in danger? I need to call my attorney. I'm not getting in that car until I call my attorney. I'm calling my attorney.
It's not going to happen.
No, I'm calling my attorney.
When the time comes,
Right
call your
fucking now. I'm calling my attorney. No, I'm calling my attorney.
Sit in the car.
My children are home alone.
giving you an order.
Sit in the car.
We will
My
get your
children
father here.
are
When you get
home
with the car.
alone. My children are home alone.
We will take...
It's amazing that she's talking about her children and like she gives a fuck about her children. Keep that in mind because I'm going to show you some shit here in a second. I dug into this bitch a little bit here. Keep that in mind. Just a thought.
Of your children.
No, you're not taking care of shit.
I'm gonna get
The way that you take care of somebody is throwing them down on the ground.
Nobody
You
threw
are
your
a
children on the ground.
You are a shitty fucking human being.
That's messed up.
You throw somebody down in front of their children? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Sit down! I told you to sit down!
You piece of shit. You know what? You are the piece of dirt that I wouldn't piss on if you were on fire.
I smell
You
an
are
odor of alcohol on your breath.
No, that's my piss.
That's your piss?
I'm pissing on you.
Okay.
Guess what?
Oh, she's pissing on him.
What?
You're the worst part of the society. You think?
I don't think so.
Oh, no, I know it.
I don't think so.
I fucking know it. You are the
Defund the police, right? Defund the police. This is the same type of bitch the police defunded. And if you look at, I think it's Hillsdale, Illinois. It's in Rock Island County. That county is flaming fucking rich. And this stupid fucking Joe Biden supporter here, Hillary Clinton supporter, fucking children slaughterer, she is all about defunding the fucking police. All about this shit. Fuck this bitch.
the worst. You take down a mother in front of her fucking children, but you are somehow fucking
I think
crazy.
he asked you pretty politely to get out.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Were you there?
Sounds like you were fleeing, right?
Were you there?
All right, we're good.
Were you there?
You saw my emergency lights before you even got in the
Were
alley.
you there? Were you there?
Bend your legs.
No, were you there?
Bend your legs. Don't continue
Were you there? Were you there? Were
I
you
saw what I
there?
saw when I walked in.
Yeah.
You're not getting out.
After he.
Black Chevy truck that you pulled on.
Mobile.
She cooperated the same bottle, same order of alcohol. Okay. Hey, I didn't tell you to get out of the car. Stop. Do you have your phone on you?
Don't touch me.
Do you have your phone on you?
Get your fucking hands off me.
Where's your phone?
Do not.
Where's your phone at?
Get your. Do not touch me.
Okay.
Did I ever say
Terrell.
do you fucker do not touch me? Get his fucking hands off me. Get your fucking hands off me.
Cool out. Hey, if you keep resisting,
Get your
I'm gonna
fucking.
charge you with that. If
You know what? I'm gonna charge you with putting your fucking dirty ass hands on me.
Stop.
And now she just tried to bite a police officer. Keep racking up the charges. It gets a little bit better here.
Moving, let him take off your watch.
You. You don't get to touch me. You are a disgusting piece of shit. The next time.
By the way, the cop is Hispanic. Just throwing that out there.
No, the next time you fucking touch me.
Hey, get in the car.
Sit in the car.
No, he doesn't get to touch me.
Okay,
Sit in the
get
car.
Follow. Use the words of what these are hands.
Hey, get in the car. If you
He
don't,
doesn't
you're
get
going to
to
get
touch
charged
me.
with obstructing.
If
Get
he
in the car.
fucking touches me
Get in
again,
the car, Sean.
get your fucking hands off
Sean,
me.
Sit in the
he's
car.
not even touching you. Get in the car.
Oh, but he
I'm not
did.
touching you.
No, he's touched
Okay,
me.
get in the car,
He's
Sean.
touched me
Sit in like
way
an
more
adult
times
and
than
I'll call you.
appropriate.
Sean, get in
You
the
know
car.
what? No, do you know what he's done? If you
Stop kicking us.
I'm gonna kick you right in the.
Yeah, put the belt on her.
That's mean. Don't do that.
Motherfucker,
Hey, pull the hobble strap out the door.
that motherfucker has touched me more times than appropriate. Do you understand?
Everyone.
Do you understand how many fucking times he's touched me?
All right, we have a couple of charges of our own too, so it's going to be a lot.
Then what? We could just do what he says.
No.
Listen to what he says
I'm
verbally.
coming for him.
Okay.
My attorney is filing charges against you, motherfucker.
Let's take her out of
You
here.
are
There's
a
no point.
piece of shit.
I'll meet you guys at PD.
Okay.
Dirtbag that I've ever witnessed in my entire fucking life.
Do you need
And I'm
anything in regards to your
suing you.
house?
I am suing you.
Do you need anything?
Personally. Galley. You are dead.
What's that?
You are getting sued.
No. What'd you say before that?
Face is
You
getting
said I am dead? What do you mean by that?
sued. You are
Elaborate on it if you mean it.
You're getting sued.
And now she just threatened to kill a police officer. It's fucking awesome. So anyways, long story short, she ends up getting charged with felony endangering the health of a child, violation of a bail bond, misdemeanor, resisting or obstructing. I think she actually got a couple more charges too because of that. And what I find hilarious is, so I did a little bit of digging on this stupid Sean Nicole Malarkey. Holy fuck, what a jacked up name. And she has one normal name, Nicole. Holy fuck. What I find really interesting about this, mega leftard, by the way. Mega leftard. She deleted pretty much every piece of social media that she has, except her Twitter. Let me see if I have it here. Yep, here it is. Here's the Twitter. Oh, let's see. I just wrote a @SheThinks letter. Write your member of Congress. Stand up for reproductive health care access now. Basically, she's talking about abortion rights, not reproductive fucking health care. Dig into this lady a little bit more. Mega fucking libtard. Not even eligible to vote, which, thank God, someone like this isn't eligible to vote. I mean, holy shit. I mean, this bitch is fucking crazy. She is absolutely crazy. And this is like the epitome of a fucking Karen right here. I mean, look at those fucking shark eyes. Rougarou. A boy's name and malarkey. Yeah, I know. It's absolutely crazy. Fuck this bitch. I love seeing a little bit of sweet justice like that because it's just, you don't get a lot of it. You really don't get a lot of it. You know, this is the same kind of fuck that's probably, oh, climate change, while they drive a freaking V12 Audi. You know, that's like $70,000, $80,000. You know, these people are just, do we call them people? Are they people? I don't even know. That doesn't look like a person to me. That looks like a fucking, I don't even know, a creature? A lizard? It might be a lizard. I don't know. She's probably fucking having sex with Hillary Clinton or something like that. Sacrificing children to Moloch in the backyard. You know, what did Hillary Clinton's email say? A chicken to Moloch? Yeah, okay, that's probably a fucking code word for child. We're not retarded. We know. We're not stupid. You know, I mean, you look at like the Maui fires, for example. How many kids did that kill? Ooh, now we're getting deep. How many kids did that Maui fire kill? There's like over 1,000 missing people. Or they're calling them unaccounted for. Generally, that means they're dead. And I don't understand how they haven't accounted for these people yet. How? How have you not done that? It's an island. What, did people just go out fucking swimming whenever the fire started? Tiffany Brown, she straight up looks like a demon. Yeah, she does. I mean, these people love sacrificing children, and she's sitting here, this Sean Malarkey. God, her parents must have fucking hated her. I would too. They sit there and they use children. I mean, leftists have this very typical playbook where they act like they care for the children. Oh, think about the children. Then why are you fucking killing 1,000 of them like every day? Why is there a 9/11 like every day when it comes to children? Why? Why is this? If you really cared about children, you wouldn't be killing them in mass. You know, the Maui fires is a really good example. They fucking killed, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it was 300-400 kids. Just fucking cooked. Because of government incompetence or government fucking corruption, which I tend to lean more towards that. They love having dead kids. Lefties love dead kids. You know, this is what I try to explain to some people, especially like sleepy conservatives, man. They fucking piss me off sometimes. Whenever we do something wrong, like let's say you're driving down the street and you bump a car on accident, you're gonna feel pretty guilty for that. You're gonna be like, oh shit, man, what a fucking dickhead move of me. Fuck, damn it. And you're gonna leave a note, or you're gonna wait for the person to get the insurance, and you can, you know, rectify the situation of bumping their car. You know why you do that? Because you still feel remorse. You have morals and values and ethics. Like you're guided by these things. Lefties are not. They're not guided by it. Specifically lefties and specifically people in office. They do not have, they do not feel remorse. That's why they're able to, without any like feeling, kill thousands of kids and feel nothing. And feel absolutely nothing. Like Dexter Morgan, that shit. It's very difficult to look, you know, younger Loyal 9 would have been more, how do you say this? Well, younger Loyal 9 was definitely more naive. Definitely way more naive. But as you get older, you start hitting your fucking mid-30s and shit. Things start getting into you start putting more things into perspective. You start seeing more evil in the world, especially as you start traveling the world more. You start going to some shithole places and stuff like that. You start really seeing what people are capable of. And you really don't need to do a lot of that. You can see it right here in the United States. And as you start, seeing these things, you realize that, there is a mass level of evil at the bottom of the totem pole. But as people climb, there is a disconnect that starts happening. People start, they lose that sense of empathy as they get higher in the food chain. It's like a guy I knew, it was in the Army, for example, and he retired from the Army. It's a friend of mine, and we were talking about, like how cynical, Sparky the Welder. Yes, cynical. Yes. Tiffany, funny statement. Appreciate that. But friend of mine was in the Army, and he was telling me, like, whenever he was getting ready to retire, he felt kind of bad that he used to, fucking beat up on his junior soldiers, I think privates or whatever. He used to just beat up on them a lot and fucking, really PT the shit out of them. And, he was hard on them. And he's like, I kind of lost that sense of, I used to be one of those. I used to be that private. I used to be that junior soldier, and I became what I hated. And, it's the same way whenever it comes to high-level politicians, people in business. It's like when you're working for a big box store, and you're working the sales floor or whatever, and your buddy gets promoted to manager, and all of a sudden he becomes a fucking cunt. It's the same thing. These people are just more capable of, these sociopaths, as G-Man says. These sociopaths are just more capable of doing it because there's no accountability. They haven't been held accountable for anything in a long time. And case in point here is fucking this disgusting transgender or whatever the fuck it is on the screen. Hasn't been held accountable for her actions, and it's finally happening. And that's why the meltdown is fucking happening. These people are incapable of feeling at this point. Sociopaths so you have psychopaths and sociopaths. Sociopaths are molded. They're created. Psychopaths are born. And, as these people start moving up into the levels of government, they may not have been a sociopath. That's why most politicians are sociopaths, by the way. I don't know if you guys know that. I'm sure most of you do. But, sociopaths is a created thing. It's a learned behavior. That's why, kids in, communist Russia, whenever that whole shit was going on, Nazi Germany, all that, they were able to teach kids at a young age to be more violent, be more brutal, and basically turn them into sociopaths so they could be an asset of the state. They want to desensitize them. G-Man says lack of compassion. Exactly. So this is just an example of it. Hopefully this lady, our court system's probably going to give this lady her kids and, 90% of her husband's pay because it's all bullshit. But, I haven't seen the any follow-up information on her. Last thing I saw was from I think it was January, where she was convicted of all these crimes. I don't know if she did any jail time or not, but I'm sure somebody will look it up and they'll post it in the chat there. But yeah, lack of conscience too, exactly. So let's see. I got some other shit here for you. This one. So we talk a lot about the older generation here, like that fucking disgusting lizard. But then we have the younger generation, the millennials, the Zoomers, all that. What I'm getting ready to show you here is a case in point of what is wrong with our society. So we saw what's wrong with our society with, the older generation, or just I shouldn't even say that. It's really just a type of person that has zero responsibility, zero accountability. Incapable of thinking of any, selfishness is one of the biggest is one of the cancers of society. I fucking cannot stand selfishness. People that are, just they always think about themselves. Everything, it would, no matter what situation they're in, there's always something, in the back of their mind. How can this benefit me? How can I get something out of this? It could be the worst situation someone's going through, and they will think, what can I get out of this? And, it's like my biggest pet peeve. I stop talking to people whenever I realize they have that trait. I'm like, I'm done. I can't deal with you. But so let's look here at a younger generation here, and everyone give Red Dawn Radio a salute there. He's in the chat. What's up, brother? Hope you're doing well. This is a fucking insane situation that happens here. I'll play a little clip of it, and then we're gonna skip ahead too, because this is just absolutely wild.
Being completely careless about killing 2 people tonight. You could care less. That's sad and pathetic.
Lawn dog. And my car got hit, and then someone said, "Oh, someone else is hit." I'm just like, "Oh my God, how did that happen?"
Keep blowing till you hear the machine click, okay? All right?
What? But what?
Yes, ma'am. You are under arrest for DUI. Come right over here.
I'm gonna spend at least $500. I'm gonna start off with 2 Long Island.
You haven't had enough of drinking already?
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there?
College senior Stephanie Malgoza went out for a night of partying on April 10th, 2022. With only 4 weeks left before graduation, she was planning a trip to Las Vegas to celebrate her birthday and a new beginning. Enjoying her evening, she'd already left one drinking establishment and was on her way to another. Little did she know, however, one extremely poor split-second decision was about to change the lives of many in a most horrific way. 2 unsuspecting victims had no idea that they were about to cross paths with extreme danger. East Peoria police have just been dispatched to the scene shortly after Stephanie herself placed the 911 call to report an accident to authorities. Upon arrival, officers frantically attempt to make sense of a dire situation as they evaluate the absolute disaster before them. It's likely that this scene ranks among the most gruesome they've ever encountered. Among the wreckage at the site, a severed leg is located, later described as sticking out of the grille of Stephanie's vehicle.
I'm so confused. So, we got another one over there. Rossi, grab some gloves, take over CPR for Pyro. If anybody got all your information.
No one. Someone, your friend took my license.
Do you have a driver's license?
Your friend took my license.
Okay, I'm just gonna write it down here.
Okay.
Just let you know I got body cameras. Okay.
Upon speaking with Stephanie, as the officer obtains her personal information, he immediately notices that her speech is slurred, her eyes are red and watery, and there is a strong odor of alcohol on her breath. Nonetheless, his focus is to find out exactly what happened and how things went so terribly wrong.
Were you leaving the bar? Or were you coming down the road?
I was coming here.
Okay.
I had just gotten my night started.
So were you going this direction or this direction?
I was coming this direction.
Okay, here's what I'm going to have you do.
Yes,
let's get away from the scene a little bit, let them do their thing, okay? This is your car, right? The red car?
Yes.
You were the only one in the vehicle?
I'm the only one.
Okay, come over here to my squad car, okay?
In addition to the signs of intoxication Stephanie is exhibiting, the officer also notes that her vehicle has sustained heavy front-end damage.
Can you take your purse off and just set that on here? We got him. Yep. Do you have anything illegal on you?
Yes, I have marijuana in
your purse. Okay. Have you had any marijuana tonight?
No.
Okay. Can you set those on the car for me?
My vape too?
Yep. Okay. Set that down there.
And my phone?
And your phone? Yes, ma'am. All right.
She's got a vape. She's got a fucking robot dick. All right, well, suck that down.
All right, just come over here. Just put your hands on my car. He's got a pass search where I put you in my car, okay?
Okay.
No pockets or anything? Okay.
No pockets.
All right. Until we figure out how we're going to handle this, I'm going to have you sit uncuffed in the back seat of my car. I'm going to get you out. We're going to probably do some field sobriety tests and all that. I got some more questions.
So he takes her story. She does the field sobriety test. She fucking fails everything. She blows like a 8, 16, 20. She blows a .264. over 3 times the limit. Crazy. So we're going to go ahead and skip ahead here. Let me see. That's just her doing the sobriety test. It's fucking brutal to watch. Okay, I'm going to get to the part where she's at the hospital. This is fucking nuts, dude. And dudettes.
Okay. And it was not too. If it was 2, I'd be crying, you know what I mean? I'd be like, oh my God, I did this. I'd be like, wow, this may work, but I know what I did.
Okay.
Her concern for her foot is placed on the back burner, and her ramblings continue.
And then I go to Vegas. Like, I'm taking you to Vegas. It's gonna be so fun. I'm gonna spend at least $500. I'm gonna start off with 2 Long Islands.
Yes. You haven't had enough of drinking already?
We're talking about Vegas. There's no limit at Vegas, right? Have you been there? I swear to God, if you're Snapchatting right now, I'm gonna be mad. Okay, well, you're being too quiet, so I'm gonna start singing because I hate quiet.
While the display may strike you as mildly amusing, everything will change when you learn the magnitude of the destruction that resulted back at the crime scene. You see, after Stephanie was first placed in the patrol unit, officers engaged in a brief but heartbreaking exchange.
Hang tight a minute.
Oh, wait, right here.
Okay. Suspect, that's her. She's. They're probably going to call both of them. So.
In addition, there was a bit more to the conversation that took place upon arrival at the hospital.
Okay. So you understand what we're going to do. First off, I'm going to let you know the 2 people. You did hit 2 people total.
I did not.
You did.
I didn't.
Okay. Okay. However you want to word it to yourself, that's fine. Okay. I'm just telling you, there's 2 people struck by your vehicle, and both are dead.
I did not hit.
Okay.
Well, I can tell you right now.
Okay. Well, I'm just telling you the 2 people that hit your car. Ma'am, listen.
If I
2 people struck your vehicle, so I'm telling you, and they're both deceased on scene. I'm just telling you that information, okay? We're going to go in here. We're going to do the thing. I appreciate you being cooperative so far. I got to tell you what's going on.
Okay.
With the revelation that everything was already disclosed to Stephanie, and despite this, she continues to engage in her completely remorseless behavior. The officer attempts to put things in perspective for her.
I have school tomorrow, so how do I get my car here tomorrow?
Well, your car is totaled.
What's what?
Your car is totaled. Totaled, wrecked.
Okay, so how do I get your school tomorrow?
You don't.
So I don't go to school tomorrow, is what you're telling me?
No, ma'am. You want me to be honest with you? You're going to jail. You don't have a bond. You killed 2 people tonight. I don't think you understand that. You do not have a bond. You are not getting out of jail. Your car is property of East Peoria Police Department because it's a crime scene. It killed 2 people tonight. You are clueless with that, clearly. I've already explained this to you. You're going to jail for reckless homicide tonight. You're going to jail for aggravated DUI for killing 2 people. That's what's going on. So no, you're not going to school tomorrow. You're not getting your car out of impound.
Today the Tuesday, my night.
Did you just hear what I just told you?
You said I'm not going tomorrow. I'm talking about Tuesday.
Did you hear when I said that you...
I'm going to jail tomorrow.
You're going to jail when we're done here?
Yes.
Did you understand what I told that you killed 2 people tonight?
Yeah, I'm just wondering when I can go to school.
Okay, we're done.
What Stephanie isn't grasping at all, as anyone else who chooses to get behind the wheel while intoxicated wouldn't be able to.
This is your typical TikTok fucking obsessed little shithead right here. This is the desensitization that is a desensitization that has happened in the world right now. People are so fucking obsessed with their fucking phone, with TikTok, Twitter, YouTube, Pornhub, fucking TrannyTube, whatever the hell it is. They're so obsessed with the attention span of a gnat. And that's clearly displayed right here. If you look at, what the fuck is it called? Holy shit, just lost I had a fucking stroke there for a second. If you look at someone like this, for example, they're selfish as fuck. They don't care about anyone but themselves, clearly. Doesn't matter if they're drunk. I could be drunk as fuck. And if I did something like that, I'd be trying to kill myself at that point because I would feel so bad. I'd feel horrible. But these people don't care. And this is a very common thing. You look at, and I'll show you some more videos of this stuff tonight as we progress through. But you look at people's obsession with their phone whenever chaos is ensuing around them. What do? Do they go, let's say there's a lady burning in a vehicle. She's burning alive in a car. There's 2 babies in the back. What do people do? They pull out their fucking phone and they film it. They don't say, I'm going to go save this lady. I'm going to go save these kids. No, they say, I'm going to pull out my phone and film it. Pretty crazy, isn't it? And we see this all the time. This is a very common occurrence that we see in society. That's how we get some of the best footage, right? Sparky the Welder, camera out. Yeah. Camera fucking out. People could be dying in front of them and they won't care. Pull their fucking phone out. That's all that matters to them is their fucking phone. And, you know, I hate saying this because I sound like some old fuck. I'm going to put this on screen here for a second while I find another video. But I hate saying this because I sound like some old fuck. But you look at like what some of these people have been saying about technology. And that Aldous Huxley video that I linked to you guys in the description, highly recommend checking that out because the reality of that situation is it's true. It is a very true situation. People have technology was made for man, not technology made or not man made for technology. You see what I'm saying? Like we made it so we could use it. It wasn't made so technology could use us. And it's come to that point now where technology is using us and consuming us and destroying our lives at the same time. You know, there's good and bad at the situation. I wouldn't be able to do this stream right now and get information out to you guys if it wasn't for technology. But on the flip side, you'd probably be a little bit happier if you weren't surrounded by all this fucking technology. But at this point in our life and in the world we live in, we have to be constantly aware of what's happening, because if we're not aware of what's going on in the world and in our local politics, in our state, in our country, that's why our country is being taken over by communists right now, is because we've been asleep at the fucking wheel. And we've had all these people saying, oh, I'm just going to stick my head in the sand and just hope it all gets better. Ah, okay. Guess what? Fuck you. Those people are the worst. I'm trying to find this one video here. Let me see. Give me a second. Let me find this shit, because this shit is, I wasn't actually going to play it tonight, but I actually really want to show you this video. And it really highlights like some of the fucking issues with technology, and especially with like the younger generation. My gosh. I mean, it's destroying lives more than we realize. I hope I can find this fucking video. It is, it's a little interesting. Where the hell is it? And then I'm actually going to go on a rant too, because I know you guys like that shit. Oh my gosh. So anyways, maybe I can find it. Maybe. It's here somewhere. Going in my history. But anyways, I mean, it's just like one of my favorite things is like when I talk to people or we go out to dinner or something like that. I remember back when I was younger, I used to pull my phone out when I'd be at dinner with people. And I remember one time I was actually, Mrs. Loyal 9, turn this off. But I remember one time I was dating this one chick. And I think it was like the second date or something like that. I pulled my phone out during the date. And she reamed me out. And I didn't get it. I didn't understand why. But to be honest with you, she's fucking right. I mean, it's fucked up. Shouldn't have whipped out my freaking phone during dinner. That's not appropriate. That's fucking rude. Be in the moment. Be in the moment when you're with people. You know, there's a thing, I found the video too, by the way. There's a thing that I remember reading in this book called Gorilla Mindset. It's written by Mike Cernovich. Highly recommend if you guys want a really solid fucking book, you know, to read about how to be a badass and kind of be a man. And it's when you're with people, conscious, if you're, and at this point, I don't even have to worry about that. But whenever I'm with people and let's say we're out at dinner or, you know, I'm over at their house, we're hanging out, I used to do this, but now it just happens automatically. I think there's no other place I want to be right now but with this person. Even if I don't want to be with that person, because it shows that you care about the person you're with. And, you know, especially when you're at dinner and stuff like that, and, you know, you're trying to have a social situation. I do that, and I'll tell you what, man, relationships with people have significantly improved. So we're going to watch this video, and then we're going to go off onto a tangent on something else. And this one is probably going to blow your fucking socks off. So if you got a wife around, have her start knitting you some socks. Let's get after it.
6 to 7, you receive? What's up, guys? Does he want to just talk to the cons? He wants to too? Yo, come on, man. What are you doing in the store? You were eating the food?
You're under arrest. What?
All right, let's go. Let's come over here. Come over here. Come over here.
Take it easy. Keep pulling back. We'll figure it out. Tell them to let us in.
Stop. Steve. He's got a gun! Sit down!
Shot fired. 10-13. Let's go.
Wow. Look at this situation as it unfolds. Two women police officers completely lose control of the situation. It's all fucked. They're up against a guy that's fucking way stronger than, bigger than them, more pissed off, had fucking 25 years of test on.
Look, we just had just a phone call. That's something that you were inside the store and you ate some items. Is that true? Not true?
6 to 7, you receive?
Hey.
Gentlemen, row.
Hey.
Careful.
Listen, we just want to have a conversation. He wants to press charges. Yes.
What
are you doing in the store? Yeah. You were eating the food? Yeah, he wants to press charges, but he's good.
What?
Right, just come over here. Come over here.
Male cop shows up and he says, "Hey, what's going on? The guy wants to press charges. Okay, hey, you're under arrest." That's how it should be, right there. Boom, you're under arrest. It is what it is. Hey, man, you fucking broke the law. You're under arrest.
Keep pulling back. We'll figure it out. Tell them to let us in.
Stop.
Taser him.
He's got a gun. Stop.
Shot fired.
These two female cops do absolutely nothing. They make the situation worse. You look at this Officer Shivari here. Does nothing. Runs around. Just runs around the whole time. This is a good show, right? And then the cop on the ground, she just grabs his leg. Yeah. Maybe you should take some jujitsu classes and you would learn that, hey, just grabbing someone's leg like that is going to do nothing. It's going to do absolutely fucking nothing. And then you can see here, Officer Bird, whenever she gets her ass handed to her on the ground, what does she do when her phone falls out of her pocket? A gunshot was just fired. I'm going to grab my phone. I'm going to grab my phone. While a gunshot was just fired and a dude had a gun. Oh, but my phone is important. I'm gonna lose all my fuck contacts. How am I gonna get me some night dick? Take them back to my fuck box. When are we going to have the conversation that females should just not be cops? Most of them, I'm sorry, you just shouldn't be a fucking cop. It is what it is. Bullets do not care about equality. Bullets do not discriminate. They enter flesh the same way it enters a man, the same way it enters a woman. Through the fucking skin. It goes the same. There's no difference. You don't get to hit timeout. There's no fucking restart. And it took one male cop. The male cop did everything in this situation, by the way. The female cop on the ground, what is her name? Bird, did absolutely nothing. Made the entire situation worse. I mean, you can watch here Detective Detective Khan. He's telling them what to do, like tase the guy. I'm fighting with the guy. What the fuck are you doing? Tase him. Do something. And then he grabs her gun, the other officer, and he has to shoot. So you lost control. You lost possession of your weapon because you couldn't fucking fight. You got a dude killed. I mean, this is liberalism right here. I mean, I know some of you guys may not understand that, but this is liberalism right here, getting more black people fucking killed. Instead of having consequences happen to people that break the law, they employ people, the police departments, that cannot enforce the law. They hire and elect these district attorneys that do not enforce the law. So then the black people get put in these kind of situations here where they're like, you know what? Fuck it. I can do whatever I want. I'm going to take a police officer's weapon and then I'm going to get shot. And then it's more racisms. It's exactly what happened here. I mean, you can watch it. I mean, I'll fucking play it again for you. I mean, you could just see the entire situation unfold. Like, I get to a certain point, there's de-escalation that needs to be happen. But the dude broke the law and the guy's trying to press charges. There's nothing else to be talking about. Tiff says, don't be sorry as a woman. I don't want a woman cop showing up when shit hits the fan. We're good at plenty of stuff, but we really kick ass in movies. Yeah, exactly. I mean, it's unbelievable. And it's nothing against women. It's just the fucking truth. That's a really good meme there, Ranger. That's fucking solid. I mean, this is just a case in point right here, a video like this. It's quite sad, actually, because things like this don't need to happen, but they continue to fucking happen. I mean, here's another one right here. This one's fucking rough. So if you don't do well in fucking rough situations, the gray man, women can be cops, just not street cops. Yeah, maybe, sure. I don't even think they should be fucking cops at all. I'm sorry, disagree on that one, but I don't think they should be cops at all. It just is what it is. They care too much, and they're gonna let fucking people off with dumb shit. Anyways, I don't mind them in like female jails and stuff like that, but whatever. So check this out. This is a rough video to watch here, by the way. So you've been warned.
Hi, in here. Him? Yes. What the? Unsafe like a mother in here? No. D'Angelo? Yes. Are you D'Angelo? Yes. You know damn well you ain't. I ain't got nothing. But that's let me just pat you down, make sure you ain't got nothing. Because this is crazy, guys. This is crazy as saying stuff. Let me just pat you down, make sure you ain't got nothing. Here, just chill. Do you live here, man? Yes. Yes, man, this is my wife. Put your hands behind your back. Oh my God, it's going to hurt. Oh my God!
And right there is why women should not be cops. That dude single-handedly beat the shit out of that female cop, put her in the hospital, fractured her skull, made her lose teeth, broke her nose, a fractured orbital bone. Like, all these things happened to her. Beat her unconscious. Even when she was unconscious, he still kept beating her. The future doctor, right? The future doctor beat the shit out. Oh, wow. Imagine that. I mean, number one, why is that female cop showing up to a domestic violence alone? Just throwing that one out there. You know, beats the shit, you know, until he's unconscious. A good cop, someone like this. we can get it to play here. Skip the 911 call.
Hey, what's the problem?
Hey, man, back up, bro.
Let me see your hands. Let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands.
Let me see your hands.
Hey, man, just back up, bro.
Hey, let me take your hand out of your pocket.
No, I won't.
Right now.
Hey, listen, man.
Start me a couple more units over here. He said he's got a gun and he's got his hand in his pocket and won't show me his hands. Let me see your hands.
Listen, man.
Hey, don't do it.
Hey, look, back up, bro.
Let me see that hand.
Hey, look, I'm about to set this bitch on fire,
Hey.
bro. You got 5 seconds.
Come on, man. Put that down. Talk to me.
Halfway. I burnt it halfway.
Hey, it's your call. I ain't going anywhere.
Hey, listen, I'm about to blow this bitch up.
Hey, it's your call.
Hey, look, nigga. Hey.
Your call.
Hey, let's do it. Let's do it, nigga. Let's do it. Let's do it.
Hey, stop. 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 Shots fired. Shots fired. Getting him.
Hey, look, back up.
Straight up schwacked that dude. But I mean, you could see the calmness that he has. But this fucking black dude here is all about, you know, hey, fucking racisms, you can't do anything to me. This is the activity right here that is causing. This is the activity that is causing more black people to get fucking killed. This is the outcome right here of the rhetoric of the left. Right here. You know, young black males fucking knocking chicks up, leaving them, and then going out and committing crimes and getting shot by the police. You know, I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, this cop here shows incredible restraint, too. I mean, he could have shot him multiple times, but he waited till he had good, clear backstop.
Stop! Stop!
Dude's running at him with a gun.
Stop! Stop! Shots fired! Shots fired!
Oh, man, you just got GTA'd, motherfucker. Yeah. And you're probably going to die because you probably just fucking caused serious cavitation to your aorta and you're going to fucking bleed out, dude. You're done. You're done. Well-placed shots, too. Well-placed shot. Fucking flawless victory there. Flawless. And this is the outcome of the left. Right here. I mean, there's so many videos that we could watch. I mean, I'll probably show you a couple more. Just because some of them are fucking crazy. There's one that I watched recently. It's fucking nuts, dude. But it's basically multiple Syrian refugees coming into the United States. Just found video of refugees coming in, killing people. Refugees coming in, killing people. Refugees coming in, killing. I mean, it's just back to back to back to back to back of what's been happening. I mean, and this is the United States right now. Fucking black people getting fucking schwacked, and they're gonna blame the racisms. You know, I mean, right here. This one, again, viewer fucking discretion advised. Check this one out. This one, this will make you want to fuck some people up.
Break the window down. Put the door down? Yeah. I got a bunch of loose.
So the door was barricaded. This happened in Louisville, Kentucky. But the door was barricaded. That's why he couldn't kick it in, just so you know.
That was hard. Look at that boy. Oh, which window she kick out? Where you see a ladder at?
I got a ladder. The ladder was on the side.
Is anybody else in there? He did what? Is he Hispanic?
Yeah.
Where's the key?
I know he's got it on his feet. And he's got it on his
But there's no one else in here, right?
No, you can
There we go.
Thank you so much.
So the situation here is this female here was dating some fucking illegal. And he chained her. They broke up or whatever, and he decided to chain her to the floor and hold her fucking hostage. They did probably God knows what else. I mean, that room is so fucking filthy. There's drug paraphernalia and all that shit in there, clearly. And you can see, like, this. Number one, it's heartbreaking to hear her say, "I'm sorry" to her fucking rescuers. Like, you have nothing to be sorry for. But you can see, like, this thing wasn't just installed yesterday or 20 seconds ago. It's been there for a while. So there's no telling how many times this has happened to this fucking chick. And this is the state of the country right now. You know, we are literally living in, depending on where you live, I guess. But in most cases, we are living in a version of the Wild West, in a lawless society. That's what we're living in right now. The fact that people leave their homes and don't have a gun is insane to me. I don't remember the last time I left my house without a gun on me. I always have a gun ready to rock. I mean, it's just, there's no exceptions. I mean, I guess the airport, but even still, there's check baggage, just tossing that out there. Jesus, it's illegal, so it's not breaking the law. You know, we have these people coming into our country, breaking our laws, chaining our women up on the floors. No, you should be executed. If you do something like this, you should be executed on sight. There's just immediate execution. You do something like that to another human being, I don't care. You should be fucking pummeled to death with a fucking wood chipper and pipe. You should be killed. To do something like that to another human, you know, she was sexually abused, drugged and shit like that, chained up, you should be killed. In the most brutal way, by the way. Because it'll stop a lot of this human trafficking that's happening around. I mean, every human trafficker needs to be killed. Every single one. Every single MS-13 member needs to be fucking executed. Every single person that participates, whether you're just trafficking people to make a little extra side money, you should be killed. Every single one of these people should be wiped off the face of the planet because you're not a fucking human. Because at this point, we have allowed people to get away with degeneracy and straight up human abuse and child abuse. And it's being covered up by the media and other popular outlets. Because they're involved with it too. And every single person that is involved with human trafficking, child trafficking should be killed. There's no other argument. And Andy Frisella has a really good idea. All these people involved in human trafficking and treasonous activity, all, you know, what we just talked about, should be executed publicly, pay-per-view, and all the proceeds, all that money goes to the victims of the families. All these lives that have been destroyed by human trafficking. This poor woman right here, I don't care if she's a fucking drug addict. And anyone that knows me knows I fucking hate drug addicts. But anyone that's treated like this should receive some compensation from that fucking pay-per-view program. Because this is just, it's gone too far now at this point. I mean, this gets worse. Damn it. And that lady is okay, by the way. Did a little extra, you know, digging and shit like that. And Ranger, yes, we just became best friends. The best sound ever is when you're entering a fucking dark room and a body fucking hitting the ground of a fucking bad person, by the way. But this is in Arizona here. So this fucking based-ass sheriff.
We'll see if we can't find these guys. We're up off the...
This based ass sheriff here hunts down human traffickers, a lot of illegals coming into the country, and I mean he rescues a lot of fucking kids. I mean, here's the thing that we have to consider. I know that there is a shit ton of rhetoric coming out about fuck these illegals coming in. I am with you, homie. I am with you all the way. Because having this open border policy is only facilitating more and more human trafficking, specifically with kids. The cartels are making more money off of human trafficking and child sex trafficking than they are on drugs. That's why I'm saying every single MS-13 member, you want a war that I would fully support, a war with the cartels. A absolute full-scale war with cartels. And all of them need to be fucking executed. There is no taking prisoners with these kind of people. You don't take prisoners. No, fuck you. You're going to do human sacrifices? One of the practices that the cartels do with kids is they harvest a kid's organs. They fill the kid, the kid is still alive, by the way. They fill the kid with drugs and then send them across the border to a sponsor. The sponsor then gets them, kills the kid, and then harvests the drugs out of the kid. Anyone involved in that needs to be executed. Brutally. I'm not talking about a warrior's death. No. Wood chipper, baby. Wood chipper all the way. Feet fucking first. And it needs to be broadcast on TV. Pay per fucking view. $100 a ticket. Anyone who does that, I just... It's horrible. It's horrible what you could do to another human being. You know, and these lefties are all like, oh, well, we have to protect the children. Having an open border does not protect kids. All you're doing now is creating a business. The way business works is supply and demand. You create a need for a product. If you convince the world they need a widget, they will buy the widget. If you convince the world that there is a way to do something and make fucking money off of it, they will do it. All the open border does is allow the cartel to expand their business and say, hey, fuck, we don't just need to do drugs. We can do fucking people. Because the border's wide open. We know all the routes. There's so many cases where people's lives are being absolutely just destroyed, where they pay the cartel $10,000. I mean, $10,000 for a migrant. I mean, $10,000 is a lot of money to me. I can't even imagine how much that is for a migrant. And there's cases where these migrants can't fucking pay. So they'll take a kid out of a family. Or they'll there's a thing, RFK's working on a documentary. It should be out here pretty soon. But they have a thing called a rape tree on the other side of the border, where the cartels, the coyotes, will start trafficking the people across on that route. And there's a tree that's like right on the border. And if the people cannot pay, or they don't have enough money or whatever, they take a good-looking person from the group and they rape them. Again, they should be fucking killed. Well, if you rape someone, you should be fucking raped. You should be raped with like a fucking wood chipper. Something. I mean, fucking, what's that? Michael Vick their ass. You know, freaking starve some pit bulls and lather those fuckers up with some freaking barbecue sauce or something. I don't know, but they need to be fucked up. Because what is happening is liberals are allowing this human trafficking to progress to a insane level, and it's their fault. All this that is happening is liberals, these communists, and these rhinos. This is all their fault. You know, and dare I say, even some of the people up there that are, you know, what we think are good people. There needs to be accountability, and it's not happening. It's just not happening. And the problem is they have taken and created so many laws now that the people of Arizona, Texas, New Mexico, California, they can't defend their own borders. They can't even defend their own property. Because the communist fucking dictatorship government that we live under is stopping it. Even under Trump, people couldn't do it. So this isn't a right and left. This is a problem with the federal government that we have right now. They have become too big, too powerful, and they have set too many fucking rules in place to where it's killing Americans. And there needs to be some fucking SOLA action that comes in and changes these things. Anyways, let's continue with this video here. Let me see here. So there's a kid that's hurt. They fucking walked all night. Let me see. There's one here that's fucking wild. Here it is. Let's check this out.
She's your cousin? Yeah. Okay. And who are these people in the car? What's that? My family. Your family? Yeah. Okay. What do you think your friend told me?
The same.
Not even close. Just be honest with me. I know what's going on here, so do you. Alright. I got Border Patrol en route. They're gonna come out and talk with you, talk with your passengers.
7, 8.
Cartel. And then you said friends in the back?
Yep.
What's your friends' names?
That one is Carlos, Maria, and Ana.
And what?
Carlos, Maria, and Ana.
Okay. What's going on in Phoenix?
I just going because I go in my car, that one, I need to fix, I put a suspension in Phoenix.
Oh, you're gonna get suspension?
Yeah.
So what are your friends gonna do with you?
That one, it's coming because I have visit parents in Phoenix.
Oh, they have their parents in Phoenix? Okay. So how long are you guys gonna be in Phoenix for?
I think I'm coming back like tomorrow and like around 2.
2 p.m.? What's going on up there?
I'm looking for some car parts and here's some business going on over there, but I need to go get a transmission for my car.
Oh, really? What kind of car you got?
It's a SS.
Oh, really? Nice. So you, oh, sweet. So you're putting a tranny in it?
Yeah, putting a tranny in it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
What's your brother gonna do while you're up there?
My brother? Because I can speak English like really good and he knows me.
Okay. Oh, you've known them for years?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have any bags or anything with you? Like a change of clothes?
No.
No? Do your friends have any clothes?
No.
Any bags or anything?
I think the girls have the pajamas in the bag.
Oh, little pajamas?
Yeah.
Okay. These 3 here, don't know them. Well, the tire's clear. Yeah, they're supposed to stay for a night, and they have no luggage, so they're all going to wear the same clothes when they return tomorrow. Usually the normal motoring public will have a change of attire, at least, or the essentials to brush teeth, basic hygiene. Being good friends, they're really not conversing.
Yeah.
You don't know these people.
Yeah, he's working, I think, in landscape.
He works in landscape?
Landscape, yeah.
Because what it looks like to me is you're smuggling people up to Phoenix. And what were their names again?
There's Maria, Ana, and Juan.
Maria, Ana, and Juan. You know their last name?
I think it's Martinez.
Martinez? It's human smuggling. Somebody's getting paid in that organization to transport.
Look at that currency that's on the ground here.
It's human smuggling. Somebody's getting.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that it looks like euros to me. I don't know a lot about like pesos and shit, but to me that looks like euros. Could be wrong, but just a thought, because there has been a shit ton of Ukrainians coming through the southern border and a shit ton of Chinese. I'll show you a video on that here in a second, but yeah. Basically, the rest of this video, he kind of figures out like how much these people are getting paid to traffic these people. Like this chick right here, she got paid she's an American citizen. She got paid $7,000 to traffic kids, by the way. See if it shows them. It did. I'm pretty sure it did. Where is it? You could, anyways, there's kids in the vehicle. It shows them in there. And these people are getting paid to do that. They're trafficking not just humans, adults, but kids. And we all know. We all know what they're doing. We're not stupid. We all know what they're doing with those kids. You should actually go to Dauntless and... Oh, that is a peso, it looks like. Crack-a-lactica. Cool. You should actually go to Dauntless. I actually just did a new video on human trafficking, and it details more with a lot of what these fucking kids are getting involved in. It's fucking sickening. It is absolutely sickening what is happening here. Let me show you another video here. I gotta fucking pull this bad Larry up here. This is what cartel people do. So I threw this in the documentary and in the trailer to the documentary. I'm going to go ahead and mute it because I don't think you guys want to hear a bunch of fucking Spanish. But these women here are being trafficked by the Mexican cartels, CJ and G, because they're more profitable to traffic people than they are drugs. And these are sex workers. So now you have a continuous stream. It's like to them, it's a fucking continuous flow of a product. Continuous money stream of a product. And they're being held hostage right now. They're trying to extort money out of the, I believe, parents to get more money out of them while they're working them as fucking sex slaves. I mean, these people are not fucking human. Every single person in that room besides the hostages needs to be fucking shot. Needs a long-range fucking shot in the freaking gut. Just, I mean, that guy's got a big fucking gut on him, so he wouldn't be too hard to miss anyways. Fat fuck. But all these people are fucking evil. And this is the thing that the liberal left doesn't ever want to fucking say. They don't ever want to talk about this. We're going to go ahead and pause it right here. But they don't ever want to talk about this. You know, they think MS-13 is, they're nice people. They didn't do anything wrong. They're just working for a better life. We should have, everyone deserves a better life. No. No. Not at all. Not at all. You got to come in the right way, because what is happening right now is allowing for more people to be fucking killed and trafficked. Ranger said something here interesting to Tiffany. He says, we should have armed militias at the border, death penalty for traffickers who survive. I'm down. I don't see why that's a problem. Here's an interesting legal question. If you fucking kill someone that is trafficking people and you cross into the Mexican border, is that illegal? I mean, Mexico allows people to cross into our fucking border all the time. I'm just tossing that one out there. They allow people to cross into our border all the time. Why can't we cross into theirs, kill the traffickers, and then just cross right back? What's up? Is that a problem? Doesn't seem like it to me. Loyal 9, I signed up for Dauntless. The dystopia Alex Jones cartoons make me laugh my fucking ass off. Yeah, dystopia. That dude's good, man. Everything on Dauntless is just great. I'm probably the worst content creator on fucking Dauntless, man. Those guys are, I don't even know why they let me on there, man. Those guys are so good. Everything they make is just awesome. It's a privilege. It is absolute privilege to be on Dauntless. I can't tell you how happy I am to be on there. Anyways, I'm not scared of so Crack Galaxo says Mexico will arrest you instantly. I'm not scared of the Mexican federal police because of shit like this. Look how they fight. I had another really good video of how the Mexican police does their TTP, their tactics, techniques, and procedures. Watch this. This is a fucking joke. Not even shouldered properly. He's out in the open. He's just out in the open. They're all out in the open during an ambush. He's flagging everyone. They're all bunched up behind a vehicle. If it's an ambush, seriously, what are you doing? Didn't even deploy his fucking front side up. So that means he's not even aiming, by the way. I mean, just look at that. I mean, he throws in a fucking supposed flashbang in the room, and then he just stands right at the doorway. Oh, I just flashbanged the room. I'm gonna stand right in the kill zone. Yeah, I'm not scared of Mexican fucking police. Just throwing that out there. I'm pretty sure one fucking ranger dude or SF dude or infantryman or whatever could fucking take out an entire battalion of them. These guys are a joke. I've seen so many of these point of view combat footage, I guess you could call it that. I've seen so many of these of the Mexican police engaging with, force on force with the drug cartels. It's an absolute joke. It is an absolute joke. They get steamrolled and they have no idea what they're doing. I watched one where a dude just straight up left his buddies. There's 3 dudes in a fucking Ram. 2 get out to start shooting at the cartel guy, and then another guy kind of gets out, and then he says fuck it, gets in the driver's seat and drives off and leaves them. So, forgive me, I'm not too fucking scared of these pussies. I'm pretty sure a handful of dudes could go in there that know what the hell they're doing and could schwack all of them. So the cartel, I'm sure, is just absolutely steamrolling these guys. The cartel has better up-armored vehicles than the police. They got fucking chicken shields up top. They got fucking murder holes in the vehicles. Ballistic glass, all that. They have way better equipment. They got 240s, 249s. These guys are running around with fucking M4s. Whoo. That's scary. To a lefty, it's the fucking Antichrist. But I mean, these guys are a joke. Mexico needs a fucking a gigantic fucking wall. I want one built from Texas to California. I want that thing electrified. I want it having every single freaking piece of equipment possible to detect and destroy what comes across the border. I want freaking ground penetrating radar constantly patrolling that border looking for tunnels. I want all of it. Drones, everything. Oh, guess what? It'd be easy to pay for. All we have to do is just stop sending money to Ukraine. All we have to do is just stop sending money to every other fucking country on this planet. Because do you think any of these other countries are sending us money for our homeless problem? Do you think any of these other countries are sending us money for our inflation problem? Do you think any of these other countries are sending us money for our legal immigration problem? No. We're sending them millions and billions of dollars so they can have transsexual research. So fuck them. Fuck them. Give zero shits at this point about any other country except America. Just saying, Elon's fucking right. Tiffany, I want Loyal 9 in charge of the border. Oof. Be fucking awesome. I would gladly accept that position, by the way. I know a lot of Border Patrol people. I think they would like me in charge as well. Last thing we're going to talk about, and then we're going to get the fuck out of here. BRICS. I've talked about this before. Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. Big fucking deal. I've mentioned this a shitload of times in the past. I think I did a whole stream just on BRICS. Right now, we've just had, I think, 5 other countries. We are 6 new members join BRICS. We have Saudi Arabia, Iran, Argentina, Ethiopia, Egypt, and UAE. Big deal, because right now America is running specifically on we're the reserve currency of the world, but we are basically funded, and our status is the petrodollar, which who controls the petrodollar? Saudi Arabia. We made a deal with Henry Kissinger, or Henry Kissinger made a deal with the kingdom in the 70s, and we offered, hey, Saudi Arabia, we'll give you military equipment, we'll give you fucking protection, we'll basically be your fucking hitmen, a la Iraq, Afghanistan, Kuwait, these things that have happened in the Middle East, Libya. We will basically be your hitman if you only sell oil in dollars. And that's what is happening right now. Oil is only sold in dollars. It is the reserve currency of the world. Saudi Arabia now is talking about selling oil in other currencies. Now you just have the biggest countries on the planet, the like three richest, or the three largest oil producing countries on the planet join BRICS. I think they officially are in BRICS in January 2024. 808 Digital, miss you, brother. Thank you for the donation too. Appreciate that, brother. Thank you very much. I pay to do these streams, so that's always nice when I get that. But the three largest oil producers just joined BRICS. While we're getting away from oil, our retards in charge of us are leaning in and forcing us to be more reliant on electricity, on electric cars. While everyone else is shifting even harder towards oil. Now we just had the three largest oil producing countries join BRICS that don't want to sell oil in dollars. The only thing keeping the dollar alive is it being a petrodollar and being oil only being sold in dollars. Other countries are ramping up oil production. We're cutting back, and we are now supporting a country, China, and forcing ourselves to be beholden upon them even more. Aside from everything else that's made in China, now we're making it worse. It's too stupid to be stupid. This didn't just happen on accident. This is not an accident. Not even close. This is on purpose. Over 40% of the world's population is now joining BRICS. And we're not talking about 40% of like a bullshit population like fucking, I don't know, Peru or something like that, or freaking Niger or Chad or Mali or something like that, or Somalia. We're talking about resource-rich countries, whether their resource is people, like slave labor, like China, or resource-rich countries like Saudi Arabia, oil-rich countries, you know? UAE. This is not good. I mean, I don't know if I can emphasize the importance of this even more. You know, I feel like I hit it pretty hard that one stream I did, but like, there's really nothing else I can say at this point. Like, the moment this becomes official, you think inflation's bad right now. Expect hyperinflation at a astronomical level to where you will not be able to buy fuck all. So just tossing that one out there. You know, you guys got to get ready. You got to get ready. You got to become self-reliant. You got to be fit. If you're fat, lose weight. You got to be more intelligent. If you're stupid, read more books. If you're broke, get more financially fucking secure. Work more. Find other ways to make more money. You know, share conservative show. Probably not share this show. This probably one's a little fucking too wild. But share conservative shows like Andy Frisella or Red Dawn Radio or fucking Salty or whoever the fuck you watch. I don't care. Share a conservative show. Or get really good at that information that they're putting out. Take notes and share that information with people. You know, I give you guys a lot of pretty good information, I think. So you should probably start learning how to talk to people about this kind of stuff. You know, if you want, get people on Dauntless Dialogue. That is probably the calmest, most informative website for information out there. Like, and it is presented in the clearest way possible, where it's like, oh, how can you even argue this? So get people on fucking Dauntless Dialogue. I know fucking Ranger's on Dauntless, Tiffany's on Dauntless, a bunch of other people are on Dauntless. Get on there. Kalara, get on there, get that information. Learn from them. You know, you can watch my shit. I put out a lot of really good documentaries on there. Learn from that. Take notes. I put fucking really good quotes on screen. That's like one thing I like to do in documentaries now. I put a solid fucking quote on that screen so you will not forget it. Get people on there. Share fucking information. That's the only way we're going to change things. Stock up on food. Stock up on water supplies, ways to filter water, guns, ammo. Get to know your fucking neighbors. You know, if you don't know them, you don't like them, fucking move. Stock up on medical supplies. Get medical training. Know how to do basic first aid. I'm not saying you need to learn how to do a fucking chest tube in someone, but at least learn some basic things. Like, oh, when you get cut, what plants can I use? You know, these things are going to be really important, especially if a fucking EMP goes off. Look, guys, when that goddamn satellite was floating over the United States, you want to talk about concerned? Imagine if that was a nuke, because it takes one nuclear bomb, one subatmospheric nuclear bomb over Kansas to put an EMP and destroy all of the United States power grid. That's it. One. Imagine if that fucking thing went off. EMP, boom. So you got to get these kind of like basic books, like, there's some really good ones out there called Where There Is No Doctor. And then there's one for dental, Where There Is No Dentist. Get some survival books. Just get some basic shit. Get a tablet. Download a shitload of books on that tablet and put it in a fucking Faraday bag and just leave it. Put a fucking Faraday bag in there and put like a solar charger in there, so then if, you need it, you can still at least fucking charge it. Bad shit is going to happen. Personal excellence, Andy Frisella says this isn't my saying, but personal excellence is the ultimate rebellion, because they want you to be fat. They want you to be fucking drunk. They want you to be on pharmaceuticals. They want you to go to the fucking store and buy fucking ho-hos and ding-dongs. That's what they fucking want you to do. Why do you think it's cheaper to buy that shit? You look at, me and Mrs. Loyal 9 were talking about this the other day. I don't buy peanut butter unless the only ingredient is peanuts and maybe salt. That I just don't. And it's like $5-6 for a jar of that peanut butter. But you look at a jar of fucking Jif that's filled with like sugar, cornstarch, cancer, penis powder, fucking pencil lead, and all that other shit. And the last ingredient, which is the least amount of the ingredient, is like peanuts. And it's like $1.50. They want you to consume that shit because they want you to be a fat fuck. They want you to do that. They don't want you to be healthy. You got to take care of yourself on those kind of things. Like, I'll be honest with you. I've cut back my drinking a ton. And I didn't even drink that much before. But I cut that shit back because, like, I'm pretty sure the reason why alcohol is so popular in our culture is because what it does to you physically and mentally. Like, I don't mind having, some beers once in a while, hanging out with the boys and stuff like that. Like, I'm down with that. But the way it's popularized in our culture, they want you to have a fucking constant, steady stream of alcohol running through your system. You look at, like, Brave New World, where they take that fucking pill. I can't remember the name of the pill. I'm sure somebody will correct me on it, but they take a pill in the book Brave New World. It's like basically like Prozac or something like that. And they're constantly ingesting that because it's making them numb. It's the same concept with alcohol and shit like Lexapro and all these antidepressants they have you on. Got to get off that shit. Got to get off of it. Moderation, cool, got it. Crack like a beer literally makes you gay. It increases estrogen. It does, actually. I mean, yeah. Soma. G-Man, thank you. So in Brave New World, they take a thing called Soma. And it basically just numbs them. And they go on vacation in their head. It's the same concept with fucking, marijuana, alcohol, Prozac, fucking pill poppers, all that stuff. You got it. You got to be in the fucking zone constantly. Because you never know. You could be out in public. And I hope to God you guys are strapped when you're out in public. I really hope you guys have a fucking gun on you when you're out in public. But you never know. You could be out in public and a fucking mass shooter takes off. Because they've been on so much fucking Prozac and Lexapro and all these antidepressants that they all of a sudden just fucking snap. And then they were, an FBI agent online was talking to them about doing a mass shooting and fucking, guiding them into it, which seems to be a common thing. But you need to be at high function all the time. Because you never know when that fucking situation is going to cook off and you're not ready to rock. So, I mean, we're in the Wild West right now, guys. Sober is best. Yes, that is absolutely true. You know, I'm not saying you can't drink, but just, you know, be careful. 808 says, yes, Taurus, always have my Taurus 9mm. Nice, dude. Yeah, people shit on Taurus guns a lot, or Taurus, whatever they want to call them. It's Taurus. You know, people shit on Taurus guns a lot. They're not bad. If you train with it, you're fine. That really goes with any gun except High Point. Don't buy a High Point. Don't be fucking gay. Get a Glock or fucking... And I'm not even a Glock fan, by the way. I fucking actually can't stand Glocks. But get, you know, if you don't know what you're doing, you need practice, just get a Glock. Just get a Glock or a Smith & Wesson M&P or HKVP9 or something like that. Get yourself a good handgun, work your way into a rifle, get good with the handgun, master the fundamentals with the handgun, then move into getting yourself an AR-15. You can get a very decent entry-level AR-15 for about $600-700. Smith & Wesson makes a M&P Sport. Get that. You know, and just start getting better with your training. Do a lot of dry fire practice because this shit is going to fucking save your life. You know, shoot to reset, all these things. The Gray Man says, been exercising, going to get into Krav Maga and always 2 every day. Yeah, dude, exercise. I'm telling you, I've been exercising a shitload lately, boys, and girls. I've been getting after it. I've been getting after it fucking hard. You know, the stacks at the gym, the plates, like, you know, like the leg extension, leg press, you know, chest press. I can lift the entire stack now. So I've been getting fucking after it. Guns are dangerous. I remove them from the streets whenever I see them. Nice. I hope that's your fucking room, Ranger, because if that's your room, we're hanging out. We're fucking hanging out, buddy. Because it looks like you got yourself an Barrett. What is that, M82? Something like that up top? I can't tell. That's pretty badass. Yeah, so guys, get your shit together, man. Like, I'm sure most of you guys get your shit together, but sometimes everyone just needs a little kick in the ass once in a while. Stock up on that stuff. Learn some skills. So, it's really all I can say. The little man inside of you knows what needs to be done. Get out there and do it. Stop being fucking lazy. You know it needs to be done. You all know what needs to be done. And I get it. It's fucking hard sometimes. But you got to have those test days. I call them test days. Where you go out there and it's a fucking hard thing and you don't want to fucking do it. But you go out there on a test day and get after it. You know, whether you go on a run, you go pick up some heavy fucking weight, you get after it. You're going to feel better. We all know what you need to do. You all know. That's the funny part. Everyone here knows what they need to do to be better. You just don't do it. And I get it. But that's not an excuse. Get after it. Stop being fucking lazy. I love you. Get to work. Loyal 9 out.